I am so into me, but I can learn a thing or two from you. I can weather the storm all by myself, but I'm so glad I got a total crew.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another episode of the Total Podcast, Thing or Two About Life. I am your host, Mario, and I am joined by my family, my peeps, my panel list. And tonight, we're going to get back into it. We know it's been a couple weeks since we dropped the podcast, but we're going to try to get right back into it and do what we normally do. Before we get going, we want to send out some well wishes to one of our panelists, Mama D. We want you to get well. Prayers is going up for you. Get well so you could join back the podcast. And we miss you, and we got your back. We're going to hold it down for you till you can get back, all right? So with that being said, we're going to give everybody a chance to introduce themselves, and we're going to keep it going. How you doing, Miss Diane?
Oh, hi, I'm doing just fine. Nice seeing everybody again.
All right. What about you, J9?
I just want to say hello, everybody. Welcome back.
What's going on with you, Lee Jack?
It's going. Hey, big prayers out to Mama D, and hey, we gonna make it do what it do while she ain't here, but we still love her.
We still love her. All right, amen to that. To all my feline fairy friends, Marlena.
Meow, meow. Welcome back, everybody. It's good to be here. Perfect the podcast. Pussycat is feeling a little bit imperfect, but I'm going to try to give you my best.
And that's all anybody can ask, is that you give your best. All right, cool. All right, so Andrea's going to join us a little bit later. Real quick before we get into the questions, I just want to ask anybody. I know the thing going around with Kevin Samuels is the hot topic in the world right now, at least in our country and in our Black community. I just wanted to see if anybody had any thoughts or wanted to say anything about that. Anybody?
Nope.
Well, the only thing I can say, he was very well liked by many and very unliked by many.
I mean, I can honestly say that, and I can honestly say until y'all started talking about him right around the time when we said we were gonna let Nigel come on the show, I hadn't even heard of him until y'all said something, to be perfectly honest with you. But then once I started listening to him, he had a lot of far out things, to say. Not all of it was cuckoo crazy, but he had a lot of way to the left type of stuff. But to find out, and let me just say this, all this alleged stuff, because we don't really know. We just going by bits and pieces that's coming out. I mean, either he really loved the limelight or he was a really, really, really big hypocrite. Rest in peace to him. I don't know him like that, but I don't wish no ill will on him or anything like that.
Ain't no wish.
Nothing else could have happened. He's already gone.
No, I'm saying people have talked about this man like, like she said, there was a lot of people that did not like him.
He just was not a nice person.
He wasn't. He was very derogatory toward women, and I never wished anything bad to happen to him, but I won't miss him.
I mean, but I get a lot of patients that's not very nice, but I don't want them to die. I'll still do whatever I can to make them, to save them. But if something happens to them, it's still, I don't want it to happen, and I don't wish bad thoughts about it. Because when at the bottom line is somebody loved them. Somebody.
Yes.
So
somebody did.
What you do is feel sorry for the family that's still alive, that's cherishing his memory.
Yeah. Well, I feel bad that something, not good happened to him, whatever it was. And like you said, we don't wish ill will on anybody.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but you know, he'll be loved and missed by those who loved him.
Yep. Best good way to say that.
Yeah.
All right, really quick before we get into our questions, don't forget to go to the website, atotalview.com, and go to the, if you got any question, email atotalview22 at Gmail. And with that being said, we're going to ask Marlena. So, Marlena, what's happening in school?
Well, it's just Monday, so I can't say anything for this week, but last week was Teacher Appreciation Week. And I must say, they did a good job showing love to the teachers. There was flowers and candy and cookies and breakfast and lunches and funnel cakes and flowers and gift cards and woo! Boy, was we feeling love this past week. So kudos to our principal, Miss Machado, Miss Rochelle Machado, and all who was involved with making Teachers Appreciation Week a wonderful week.
All right. Kudos to those educational professionals that's out there teaching our kids, and we appreciate y'all. Y'all spend a lot of time with the kids, so we just want to say big ups to them and thank you guys a lot. Because somebody got to do it.
Yeah, show not me.
Somebody has to do it. All right, so I'm gonna start off.
Before you move on, it is Nurses Appreciation Week as well as this week.
Well,
So,
I didn't know that. Would you like to say a few things on the nurses' behalf, Miss Diane?
just like to say, I appreciate all you lifesavers. I appreciate the teachers as well, because I could never do that job. So my hats off to you. But to all the nurses and medical professionals out there, I really give you a big old hug. You are the front heroes. And thank you for all your services.
Amen. And thank you for what you do, Diane.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate all the nurses in my life.
Yes.
Amen.
Thanks to all the nurses out there, because when this thing went sideways with the COVID, they were the front line true warriors that helped get a lot of people through a lot of things. So kudos to them and much respect to them.
And definitely lost their lives also.
Yes, they did. So yes, kudos to them. So with that being said, I'll start with you, Marlena. Does it make you mad when your mate takes food off your plate?
I don't know. It depends on how much I'm feeling that rascal. I might think it's cute. I don't know. Depends on. I don't know. It possibly mad. I don't know if it would make me mad. But it's happened to me a couple of times. It didn't faze me one way or the other.
Okay. All right. What about you, Diane?
Well, typically that would be a cute gesture under normal circumstances, but there was a person that I dated that was just greedy. And he would just eat all his food, gobble it up, gobble, and then just be looking for more. So I don't think I would like him touching on my plate, because I'm like, I eat slow. I don't eat fast.
Yeah.
So don't gobble up your food, then come for mine, and then go for the leftovers, and we don't ever have nothing left because you a greedy mother. No. But under normal circumstances, if that ain't the case and you just want to taste my food, You know, that's cute, but no, not if you greedy.
Yeah.
Okay, how long do it take for you to determine if he greedy?
Shit, I knew that when he. I knew that kind of right away.
Wow.
All right, what about you, Leon? You find that cute, or does it make you mad if the woman just decide, you know what, I'm gonna get me a piece of this chicken off Leon's plate?
Look here, you had the same opportunity to get everything on your plate that I got on my plate. Reach your hand over you and go bring it back with a fork stuck in it.
And if I did reach over there and get it off your plate, ain't nothing you gonna do about it anyway.
But who would do?
Except the fact that I got that piece of whatever y'all said off your plate. That's all you can do.
Well, I can't see anybody doing anything like that if both of you got food. You know, now if I got a plate of food and my man is passing me in the house, you know, or something like that, and he just want a little taste of something that I've got, I don't see no problem with that. But if you got a plate and I got a plate and we got the same food, no, get your own food.
Leon said that you gonna mess around and pull that hand back and gonna have a fork stuck in it.
Ooh, Leon, that's kind of cruel, don't you think?
Ooh, that's just the way it is.
Ooh, you mean?
You mean?
Hey,
Oh,
You
don't
had
fart.
the same opportunity to get everything.
Would you go stick him with a fork, Leon?
Yeah.
and then go tell you, hey, I just did that out of love.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Oh, it's all done out of love. Don't you know that everything is done out of love?
Yeah, you know, I go in there and get you something. Go get me another plate. Because this ain't gonna work.
Oh my God.
So what about you, Andrea? Obviously, it don't make you mad because you said that you don't mind leaning over there and getting something off Leon's plate.
No, you can't come over to my plate and get especially if we got the same food. No,
That's some
you have to
shit.
eat
You
your
can
own.
reach over in somebody else's plate.
Yeah, I did that because I love you.
That's such a double standard.
Double standard.
What movie was that?
Now, if we out eating something or we got something, he's got something different from me and I got something different from him. I want to taste. But I would ask him, you know.
Yeah, if I give it to you, that's something totally different. But if
I would ask him if I could taste it.
Yeah, you ain't asking me over there.
Let me explain it. I'm gonna explain it to you. It goes a little something like this. I'm reaching in the process, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, baby, let me get some of that off your plate?"
No, ain't no
That's
reaching.
how it goes.
You better ask before you start reaching. You invading my space. What?
It's called reach and ask.
No, I'm not a big fan of cross eating. I'm not a big fan of that. What about you, Janine?
No, it wouldn't upset me at all. But I'd rather that they didn't because I'm very funny style. I don't want nobody reaching in my plate, reaching over my plate, reaching beside. I don't like that at all. But
then you just said it wouldn't bother you.
I'm just saying I don't really like that. I don't like people reaching around my plate or over my plate. I don't even like the waitress or whatever. I just want you to sit the plate down and not reach over or nothing. But no, it wouldn't bother me that he took some food. But I'm gonna tell you one instance. I always have stories for you guys. So one time I went out. This guy took me out he said it was for my birthday. And I forgot where we went, but it was some really nice restaurant. So now we get in there. I order what I want, right? And he didn't order anything. He just ordered him something to drink. I said, "You're not going to eat?" He's like, "No, I'm not hungry." And I'm looking like, man, it took me to a restaurant he can't even afford because I only got a plate. So I'm sitting there eating and he wants to eat off my plate. And I'm like, "I thought you wasn't hungry." And so I said, "Here, you can just have mine because I'm not hungry anymore." So I just gave him my plate. And basically I was kind of just threw at the date because he took me out to eat for my birthday. So why do you want to eat off my plate? If you can't afford this place, we could go somewhere what you can afford, you know? So I was upset at that, you know. But if I'm at like a home environment type of thing, you can take a little off my plate.
So you gave up
I
your
don't mind.
birthday plate.
I sure did. Because he ate off of it. I told you I don't really like people like, especially I didn't really know him like that. I don't really like people. I'm very funny style. I don't like nobody reaching over my plate, anything like that. Reaching over my water, my drink, nothing.
That's not somebody you've been with, you know, your significant other, you know, somebody you know well. No, don't be touching no food on my plate. You know, this is
Okay.
She didn't, you know.
What about this scenario? Let's say y'all ever been with the person and y'all go to the restaurant. You order one thing, they order another thing. But when you get your plate, they look good. They say, "Wow, that looks good. Let me have it. Can I taste that?" And say, "Oh, that's good. Can I have a little bit more?" You know, you'd be like,
I ain't got a problem with that because you ask first. But if you just reach over there and start getting, oh hell no.
But you, it don't bother you that they got a plate of food, but they seem to enjoy your food more.
Oh, they ain't gonna enjoy my food. They gonna enjoy that one bitty bite that I gave them. That's all they gonna enjoy. You don't want what's on your plate.
Sharing is caring.
That's why they have these places. That's why they have these restaurants that have these appetizers. They have all different kinds of things. So we can order the appetizers. We can share the appetizers, but my actual plate of food, no. I don't care because you don't have it. I don't have what you have. It was my choice. No. Stay out of my plate of food.
In most restaurants, if you don't like what you get on your plate, you can tell them, look, I'm not really enjoying this. Can I change it out and get such and such or what they eat? And they'll kindly do that for you.
That's true.
Yeah. So that's how you feel, Felicia? Nobody ain't reaching over into your plate to get no damn food.
That's all right. I'm like Lee Jack. You might come back, your hand is gonna come back with a fork stuck in your hand. Stay out my plate.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful.
Wow.
Sharing is caring.
It always be the people who don't like to share say that.
I refuse to believe it. That even though somebody do that, y'all gonna stick them with a fork.
A fork or a knife, whichever one comes first. It don't matter.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Okay.
So
that's my food. Don't touch my food. I'm real picky.
I understand that, but I don't think you're gonna stick them with a fork.
Ask my sister. I did that to her.
Felicia say, "I don't give a damn. That's my food, baby. I don't play.
I don't play with my food." My sister did that to me, and that's how I know what I would do. My sister reached in my plate of food without asking me, and my instant reaction was I took the fork and stay out of my plate. And I thought I would have got in trouble because it was at my grandma's house, but turns out when they found out she just reached her hand in my plate, they told her, "Well, play stupid games, win stupid prizes," type of thing. That wasn't the words that they used, but that's basically what they meant.
So you saying you the type of person have a box full of honey buns. Somebody asks you for one, you say, I ain't got but 12. You that type of person, won't share.
I'm sharing certain things, but I'm not sharing everything.
Okay. All right, cool. We'll move on to the next question. We'll start with you, Felicia, since you had some technical difficulties earlier. What is your plan B if you never get married? Do you have a plan that you say, okay, if I ain't married by a certain time, this is what I'm doing? Do you have anything like that in place?
Well, kind of, sort of, because I'll be 50 in a couple of months and I've never been married. So I feel like there's no certain age. I don't have an age cutoff because I know people can get married at any given time in their life, but I'm not, at this point in my life, I'm not necessarily expecting it, looking for it, wanting for it, type of thing. If it happened, it happened. If it don't, it don't. My thing is, I'm just going to focus on me And if I don't ever get married, oh well. Because I know that women outnumber men, so it may not be in the cards for me. And I'm okay with that.
Okay. Even though women outnumber men, it's not about, y'all being more than us. It's about finding that right one for you. You know what I mean? So
He may not be out there for me. He may not be out there for me. And I'm okay with that.
Okay. What about you, Janine? You got a plan B, or you got something in place to say, if I don't get married, then I'm doing this?
I really don't. I agree with a lot of stuff Felicia said. If it's not in the plans, it's not in the plans. If I get married, I do. Because like she said, I haven't been married either. I've been engaged a few times, but I've never been married. And I used to want to get married, but I'm getting up there in age, so it's like I really don't care. I enjoy my space and being by myself. But then, sometimes there are times, I get a little lonely and I, want, somebody there. But it's like her. I really don't care.
Okay, Miss Diane.
I don't care to be married. I would like to have a companion. I'll go with that, but I don't have to be married.
Okay.
Well, I like a few other women on the podcast. I'll be turning 50 in February. I was married, and I do hope to get married again. So I'm gonna take that off the cards. I'm not gonna say that I won't. What'll happen if I don't get married again? I just know that I will. Somebody's gonna marry me eventually.
What about you, Andrea?
What's my plan B? I mean, it is what it is. I mean, there really isn't a plan B. I pretty much have accepted the fact that, hey, I might never get married again. And that's more because I come from a long line of single women, and hey, there's a strong possibility that I may not never get married again. But do I want to be married again? Yes, I do. But involved with somebody, and right now I'm not involved with anybody, so it is what it is.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's the theme. It is what it is. What about you, Marlena?
Right now, I'm the older one next to Dianetta of the group. I'm 64. So, I know a lot of people do still get married at my age. I wouldn't rule it out, but I'm content not being married as well. If I don't marry, I'm good. Just being me. I'm not unhappy by myself. So, I'll just be who I am, there's no, I am my plan B. Me, myself, and I.
All right, I hear you. You are your plan B.
Yeah, I am my plan B. Me, myself, and I. I'm my plan A and my plan B.
And it ain't no need to cry.
What about you, Lee Jack? I mean, same thing apply for us men. If you get to a certain point, what's your plan B, or are you just content?
Man, now, let's see. I've done it twice already. Would I do it a third time? Yeah, I guess with the right woman, sure. Am I looking for her right now? I mean, if she pop up, she pop up. Because I've said a many times, I thought about getting into another relationship or being in a relationship with somebody. But then I look at my bank account and my bank account be like, man, fuck that. We happy. So, So, I mean, if the situation presented itself with the right person, yeah. I mean, I'll probably do it again. But as of right now, hey, me and my bank account real happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
When it comes to that right there, I guess if you've never been married, it's easy to, you don't have anything to compare it to. So I guess it'd be hard to say you would or you wouldn't, or what your plan be. But if you've been down that road already and you understand what it really takes to be in a marriage, the selflessness it takes, the sacrifices and all of that, I guess you have to weigh the options out and say, do you really want to go down this road again? Or have you learned some things about yourself that say, I'm good? I mean, I've done it. I've experienced it. And I know that I just don't want to do that anymore. You know what I mean? So I'm okay with, just kind of floating on through. Maybe have you somebody that you kind of kick it with, but being settled down and like you say, you staying with me and I stay with you. I don't know if I would be all right if that never came around again. Only because I've experienced the first part of it. Now, if I never had it, then of course we all want a lot of things we don't have, but we never experienced. But once you've experienced, I got something to compare it to. So I could say that. But going back to what Marlena said, I guess she right. You got to be your own plan B.
Mm-hmm.
So, Miss Diane, let me ask you this question. What is a true sign that your significant other is cheating? What do you think is a true telltale?
Well, if they good, it's gonna be difficult to tell. But a true telltale sign is they are no longer as they're not communicating the same. They a lot of the text messages, or as often as they are usually involved or into you, a lot of that stops. Sometimes they want to try a new position that we've never tried before, just out the blue. That's sometimes a sign.
That can't just be want to open up the our relationship a little bit more. That has to be a sign of cheating, because I say, hey, let's try something different tonight.
Ain't necessarily always a sign, but it can be. Just trying to do something different in the bedroom. You already spiced it up, and then now you all of a sudden want to try something new out the blue after all these years. Yeah, that's a little different.
Okay. What about you, Janine? What's a telltale for you that your significant other is cheating?
Again, the communication. You have your phone when you always had it out, but you hiding it now. Why are you hiding your phone now? I'm not a person who will go and look in your phone because I don't care. But if you hiding it, then now I want to see why you hiding it. And you always might want to go out with your friends, and you didn't do it before. Here's another story. So once I had a boyfriend, and he was just like really, really into me. Everything was for me, everything. So then, I started gaining a little weight, and his ex told me that. So I was like, oh, okay, now I see what's going on. He wasn't answering his phone like he was doing at first, or texting. And so he went out with his friends on a Sunday night, like he usually would do sometimes if he didn't go with me. And I'm picking up his clothes, getting him ready for the cleaners. Why, when I picked up his pair of pants, it had lipstick down by the zipper part. I said, excuse me, why do you have lipstick down here? He was like, what? I said, why do you have lipstick down here by the zipper part of your pants? this is the excuse you use. When we was dancing down low, you know how you get down low? It accidentally, I was like, that doesn't make any sense, but okay. So anyway, I'm gonna be a detective because I already see the telltale signs anyway. You know, because you're not answering the phone and you're not calling me like you was, and you're not wanting to follow me everywhere I go. So I know it's something different. And then plus the ex baby mama say he said she getting fat. So you know I already knew when you said that. Oh, I'm getting fat. Okay. So anyway, I played detective, and I figured I figured out the code on his phone because he put one on there. But I was like, okay, I wrote it down. I figured out the code, and I heard this lady, and I was like, what? So I erased the message. I was like, okay, but he had the nerve to ask me why did I erase the messages? No, why you have somebody calling on the phone? Why is this chick calling on your phone, leaving a message? Yeah, I found out only because of his movement. His movement made me know, you know, because everything was changing.
Okay, I got you. We'll come back to this at a later date. We'll come back to
Yeah,
this
because
one.
I want to know more about that.
Yeah, so we'll come back to this one. So, Marlena, what's some telltale signs that your significant other is cheating? How can you tell?
Staying out later than usual. Just inconsistency. Unreachable. You know, those some things.
Okay. All right, got you. What about you, Lee Jack? How can you tell when a woman cheating on you? You know, your significant other. What's some telltales?
The only telltale is their whole demeanor changes.
From the way they talk, dress, act, everything.
Everything. The whole demeanor changes. Because regardless if it's a man or a woman, the whole demeanor is going to change. And I'm going to say that because I've been on both ends of that situation. So with a woman, when she's cheating, we'll see. Men are going to see, but they ain't gonna notice because most men don't notice little simple stuff about their woman like this. When a woman is cheating on a man, she is going to change her dress, change her walk, change her attitude about different things. She's going to start caring about certain things more than she used to. Like Janine said with the weight pickup. They're going to care about that. They're going to start want to work out more. They want to lose weight or look good so they can get into this dress or this outfit. And they're going to start dressing a certain way so as that people can notice that certain person can notice them more. That certain person told them, hey, I like you in this. And they're going to start wearing that more. Or you're going to start seeing them put that on more. With the man, he's going to basically be nonchalant about every fucking thing that's concerning her, the woman that is supposed to be in his life. He's going to be more of well, I don't care what she's doing or how she's doing it or what she's doing or when she's doing it. He's going to start, like I say, he may have been taking care of himself more around her or, you know, presenting a certain appeal to her that she likes. But he's going to stop doing that. He's going to move towards more of what the other person likes or what he wants to exhibit, and as far as what he can pick up now, what he can go out now to more women, to get more women into his life.
Okay, that's definitely an interesting point of view. I think it depends on you know, the man and the woman and how they looking at things. But yeah, I mean, sometimes we do go into I don't give a damn mode, you know what I mean? Well, for me, like you said, as a man, sometimes we've been on both sides of this thing, but the most thing, like you said, it's just if you know a person, you know a person, right? You know what I'm saying? And then once they start moving, not just a little different, but completely opposite or in a different direction that they once moved, then it does raise an eyebrow. But it also depends on if you give a damn to notice those changes. You know what I mean? Because you could be doing your thing and you just don't give a damn what she going through or what he going through because you doing your thing. But Diane was right. Just pattern, communication. Used to be a time when that person want to know everywhere you go and what you're doing, and all of a sudden, I'm going to hang out. You might say some bullshit. I'm going to hang out with my friends. I won't be back to 3 a.m. And she simply said, okay. And that's all she said. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, when she don't care no more, then you should really start caring, because like they say, when a woman don't talk to you and don't do things for you, that's when you know some shit is up. So I don't know. I mean, that's one of them type of things. It's a bad place because I don't want to play detective with nobody, and have to track you down and do all of this. If I got to do all of that, then as somebody once said, then you're in a bad relationship. If I got to check behind you, everything you do.
Yeah, those are the small telltale signs too. Like you in the room and his phone rings, and he, on a normal circumstances, he would answer his phone, but all of a sudden he looks at his phone. He can't take that call, so he don't answer. He just turns it off and puts it back in his pocket, or he sees the call, or he walks out of the room and take the call, or whatever. Those kind of little things, you can easily pick up on.
But when it comes to stuff like that, I think that's one of the worst moves, especially us men, make. That whole not answering the phone, or that whole, bogarting the phone. If you're going to do that, you might as well just sit her down and have a honest talk with her. Because the phone is a dead giveaway. Because, you know what I'm saying? If you taking it everywhere you go, and once you used to leave it on the table, used to be a time, babe, pick that up for me. And now she can't go nowhere near that damn phone.
Right.
You might as well just sit down and have a real talk with her, because that's going to cause some problems.
Okay, well, telltale signs of me cheating. I have nothing left to say to you. I don't care where you go. I don't care what you do. I have no communication for you. You can say something to me. I'll speak back. Don't text me. Don't call me. I'm not responding. I'm doing me. That's my sign. If I'm doing all of that, oh, most definitely. If I haven't started cheating, trust me, I'm on the way.
If you doing all of that, that's a sign of you just don't want to be with me no more.
You're the man.
You done at that point. You doing all that.
Done. Yeah, and they like to stick around thinking that it's just a phase. It's not a phase, because I've already said I don't want you. When I get to that point of me doing that kind of thing, it's because we live together, and I've said I don't want you. I've told you I don't want you. I've shown you I don't want you. I'm not talking to you. I'm not being bothered. All of that means I don't want you. So now, you want to stick around? Okay, I'm going to go do me. I don't like it. Oh, well, I told you.
Why your voice had changed like that?
So what's the telltale sign for you that a man is cheating?
So the telltale signs for me that a man is cheating, basically, so what you do to get me is what you must do to keep me. And the moment you stop doing those things that you did to get me, that tells me your attention has gone elsewhere. It's no longer on me. So if you haven't started, you're on the way.
As a man, I want to dispute that just a little bit, That don't mean I'm about to be cheating, but it just means we become extremely comfortable with you. That don't mean I'm about to cheat, but I get what you're saying. That could be a sign, though.
Yeah, and that's when I get to looking. So if I look and I find it, then that lets me know, okay, yep, deuces, boo. And if you don't want to leave, okay, I'm gonna do me, because I'm gonna let you know I know what you've done. I know what you're doing. I'm not gonna argue with you. I have nothing to say, but I'm gonna do me. And don't ask me nothing. Don't text me. Don't call me. Communication is cut, because you should have communicated with me from the start. Because if we got problems, because we're adults, and we got problems, we should be able to talk about it and try to fix it. And if you don't want to do that, then it's time for somebody to do something other than what's going on. And if you don't want to leave on your own, I'm gonna do shit to make you be like, oh, I'm tired of you, bitch. I'm gone.
So let me ask y'all women this, right? Let me ask y'all women this. What if you see these telltale signs, right? And you think they are, but you go to checking, because most women, I ain't saying all, no, I ain't even say most. Let me say some women. Once y'all go into snoop mode, most of y'all gonna go into snoop mode whether there's signs there or not. What if y'all do all the snooping and find out there's nothing there? Or y'all are not ever afraid of breaking the bond of the trust between you and that person because you decided not to trust him and go into snoop mode?
If you make me feel uncomfortable to the point of where I gotta go into snoop mode, something is occurring. It don't necessarily have to be another woman, but something is occurring that should not be. And I want to know, because you ain't open enough to tell me. And if you ain't open enough to tell me, then there goes the lack of trust right then and there. You started it.
Okay, let me ask Leon this. Leon, from your personal opinion as being a man, do women need reasons to go into snoop mode?
Hell no. They gonna
But
go into
Yes, they do. You gotta give them a reason.
because
most women detectives that is in, like you say, snoop mode, the real women detectives ain't gonna get caught snooping.
That part.
Okay. So
That
you
part.
said we gonna be stupid, but I ain't gonna get caught
That's what
doing
I say.
it.
How you gonna know?
Because I could be in a relationship with you. I know everything that's going on in your phone. I ain't said not a word. You don't even recognize. I have even gone so far as to setting up your voicemail on your phone, and I got the code to it. But you so clueless, you thought you did it. But no, baby, I did it. So I can just call from my phone. I can call your phone, and when you don't answer, it's gonna go to voicemail, and I can just click that pound and put in those little digits, and I can listen to your voicemail, dummy.
But do you want to be in a relationship like that? Where you feel you got to do that? Do you want to be in a relationship where you feel you have to do that?
That's too much.
It's basically over. If you gotta do all that, it's basically
It's over if you gotta go through all that. But that's what I'm saying.
But going
I've
back to
done
what
that.
Leon said
I've
about
done
y'all
that
gonna
kinda
snoop
stupid with my-
anyway, what if y'all get
I've done
caught?
that kind of stupid with my
Do
kids.
y'all
That's not
ever
true.
weigh? Do y'all ever weigh the fact that if this man catch you doing it and he actually is doing the right thing, he ain't on no bullshit, and he feel like, damn, if you treat me like this, the bond, the trust is broken, because y'all are big on breaking. I mean, y'all are big on us breaking the trust and breaking the bond, right or wrong?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so y'all never be worried about if you go snooping and your man is on the up and up, breaking the trust and breaking the bond?
I ain't worried about that. Because if you get that mad at me about it, then maybe we shouldn't have been together. Because I know I told you from the beginning that I had some trust issues. And if you do something to make me feel like I can't trust you, we've already had this discussion. We've already talked about all the different.
But he ain't did
But
nothing.
he ain't did nothing. Just because you got trust issues don't mean you can do whatever the hell you want because you got trust issues.
Oh, yes, I can.
I'm never
But he
gonna
must
tell
have done
somebody
I can be
I got
something to make
respectful. I
that
can be
person start
respectful. I'm not gonna be
snooping.
just anything.
Something
But
changed.
respectful.
even if I do have trust issues, that I'll take that to my grave. I'm not gonna share that with anybody. That I got trust. I'm not gonna say that.
Here's the thing. I never snoop. in my husband's phone or anything like that. I never had, even though my husband was a cheat, I never had trust issues because I didn't know he was cheating. I didn't. I found out through somebody else that my husband was cheating on me. And because I don't go through those type of things. When I married him for love. I married him for trust. I married him for respect. I married him for all those things. So I didn't go looking for stuff. And I just assumed that we were good. You know, my husband was a good man. He was a good man. He was just a cheat. But I did not know he was a cheat. Somebody else told me that he was. And so I don't take people's word for stuff like that. Because I'm not going to go to my husband and say, I heard or somebody told me. You know, you're going to have to give me some kind of proof. Or tell me where I can go, where I can see this or whatever. You know, because otherwise, in my opinion, if I don't see it, it didn't happen.
Okay.
And that's what happened. I had to see it. And I did go see it. I took what people were telling me and I went and saw it for myself.
Wow.
Okay. I never snooped through his phone. I never followed him around. None of that. I didn't even know. I didn't even have everybody who knew me, him, everybody, including my best friends, knew he was cheating. Everybody knew. I'm the one who didn't know. Because I'm not a snoop. I'm not a snoop.
And that's what I was asking. I was like, when y'all go to Snoop and he is doing the right thing, do y'all worry about the bond and trust being broken? Because I know a lot of times a lot of women say that what hurts the most is that he broke the trust, he broke the bond by doing this. But do y'all ever weigh that when y'all doing the snooping? I just wonder that from a woman's standpoint, do y'all ever weigh the fact that y'all could be wrong if you got caught?
There's always the possibility that we can be wrong.
Yeah, but I wouldn't go doing all of that stuff if I didn't already see
some sort of reason. Right.
Yeah, see stuff. You know.
If I actually go there, it's because I'm looking for a reason to break up with you.
If you was going and you found out he wouldn't, that's the question.
Somebody called my house, so we can't use that he wasn't thing. Somebody called my house. Our house.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, in that case, I get it. I was just saying, you know, hypothetically, if y'all was to find out, because a lot of y'all probably did snooping and did find something, but I'm just saying that rare case that you do not. And he said, you know what, I don't think I could be with you because you don't trust me. You display tendencies that you broken out, but how can I trust you if I feel like I can't lay my phone down? I feel like you're going to be rambling through my stuff. How would y'all take it if the dude came to y'all with that?
I honestly don't think that's a reason to break up. That's a reason to discuss why are you feeling these ways, and let's discuss how we can change that. Why are you feeling like you can't trust me, or why am I giving you a reason to make you feel this way? That's the discussion we should be having, not
that part.
I can't trust you and I need to break up.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you just ain't found it.
But it's there.
That as an
it's really there.
Get off.
Leon, do you hear what I'm hearing, Leon?
I hear it.
Listen, let me tell y'all something. I was with a guy who was actually cheating, and he let me go through his phone to call himself to prove to me, look, you can go through my phone. Ain't nothing there. I ain't cheating. I was like, yeah, whatever. And he just kept bugging. Okay, fine. I went through his phone. I didn't find nothing in his phone. Absolutely not one single thing. No extra phone number. No nothing.
Because he had another phone.
No. What it was, he didn't have another phone. It's that the person he was cheating on me with, he met her in person. He wound up going to her house. He knew where she lived. She didn't work. So he was able to go to her house at any given time. She was always there. So he didn't need a phone number and all of that. They met in person. He went to her house. She lived nearby. So yeah, it don't have to necessarily be right there, but they can still be doing it.
The person,
And the only reason I found out was because I happened to be at the nearby gas station with his outfit on, and it was a jogging suit. It was his favorite jogging suit that he liked to wear a lot, and she knew that outfit, and she was in there, and she came to me and decided to ask me about the outfit, and we got into a conversation. I was like, "Oh, this is my man's outfit," and the conversation went from there, and yeah, hell of a way to find out.
it was a guy that I dated after my divorce, and I could not put my finger on it, but I had, and I could never find anything, but I just had women's intuition that he was on some BS. Never could find anything, but the very person that I asked him about, no, this is this, my daughter and her daughter is blah, blah, blah. That's who he is married to this day. The same person I questioned him about. So trust that women's intuition, y'all.
I agree.
Go through that phone or whatever the case may be, but if you got a deep gut feeling, ask about it. I ain't condoning going through the phone, all of that, but sometimes when you got that deep gut feeling, oftentimes it's true.
You sound like Miss Jinky. You ain't heard it from me. I ain't condoning going through no phone. But if you need to go through a phone, go ahead. But you ain't heard it from me. I mean, but I will say this as a man.
I'm not doing it.
Women intuition is a real thing. Sometimes it's wrong, but it is way more right than it be wrong sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, I mean, but I just want, that's all I want to know. Do y'all ever worry about, because I've heard so many women break up with men saying, I can't trust him. We can't, you know, he broke the bond, but y'all just said that if the bond is broken, let's not break. He can't come to you and say, let's break up. Let's have a conversation of why we shouldn't break up or why is the bond. If we did that, y'all wouldn't want to have no conversation.
It's over. Get the step.
Yes.
Always trying to go through your phone. Me and I always questioning you about other friends that are men and whatever the case may be. Who is that's calling? Why you ain't doing this? They always doing that.
No, I agree with that. It's a two-way street. I'll be
break up with you unless you just keep it going and showing your insecurities.
No, it's
I disagree with anyone who says that don't nobody want to hear it when they say let's sit down and talk about it, because a lot of relationships have been saved because people did sit down and talk about it and you know, process the situation, see, you know, if the relationship is salvageable or not. So yes, sometimes for some people it is good for them to do that, because a lot of marriages stay together because they did talk and have some conversation and was able to salvage the relationship.
No, I agree with you. Yes. I think the maturity level comes into play with the two people who can sit down and have that conversation. You know, if both of y'all are saying, okay, hey, look, we're mature enough. Let's see what's going on. But sometimes when you burn some people, they don't want to hear. They don't want to hear this.
I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people.
That's what I'm saying. They don't want to talk.
I'm one of those people because that's my thing. You know, and I say this all the time. I have zero tolerance for two things: you putting your hands on me, and you cheating on me. Those are the two things. Because trust is out the door once you do that. For me, it's done. It is. It's done.
And that's what I said. No matter what we say, and no matter how mature we think we are, some things people do to you, you don't want to. You ain't in the. All you see is red. You don't want to do no talking.
Ain't nothing to say. Because for one thing, I don't want to live feeling insecure every time you step. I don't live an insecure life. I've never been an insecure person, and I don't want to start living that way. So once you cheat on me, that's done, because every time you step out the door, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Once you cheat on me, if I stay with you, you step out the door, you're going to see another woman, or what are you going to do? Or is he going to be, I have to question myself about what it is that you're going out the door for. I can't do that because that's not part of who I am.
Yep. And once you forgive somebody for cheating on you, right? Whatever comes after that, you can't. I have always said it, whether it be the man or the woman, you can't keep bringing it up like, oh, you remember you did it. If you chose to forgive him, you got to forgive him. You know what I mean? If you chose to stay with her and she did it, you can't keep throwing it up in her face because you chose to stay.
We're not talking about it. Once you get done talking about it, that should be the end of it. You decided to stay together. You decided to amend the relationship. It should not be brought up again.
Yeah. So Andrea, you back?
Yes. Yeah, my phone kept hanging up as I was driving home, but I'm home now.
Oh, okay. You got a little robot-y thing going on. But I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you start off this next question. How long should you date somebody before you start letting them pay your bills?
Oh Lord, she laughed. Oh my goodness.
Hello. Yeah. Is there a real time limit on that hill? Because if you offer, you offer. If you don't, you don't. I mean, everybody needs help every now and then, it depends on that person. I'll just say it like that. It just depends on that person. Because if you need some extra little help, then but how a time limit on it? I just can't give you a time limit on that.
Oh, so I think the word you're looking for is instantly.
No, I'm not. No.
Why you put words in people's mouth?
No, because
instantly.
I do make enough to where I'm good. If some shit occurs, I just know how to move some stuff around, to do what I need to do. But no, not instantly, Mario. You silly. It depends on where y'all are in the relationship. It depends on where you guys are in the relationship. If you all feel that, okay, if it's something that a person feels that they can help out with, then I guess let them if they want to, but make sure that person absolutely just want to. Don't just be out there being a gold digger. Yeah, come on over here, pay my bills, and because that's not right.
When has right ever factored into this equation? Okay.
What? I mean, I can't put a time limit on it because, and the reason being, hell, it's hard out here in the real world.
I thought you were about to say it's hard out here on a pimp.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that, but I just want with the real world. It's hard out here on the pimp, man. And, somebody got to help make the ends meet.
Okay.
And that's all I got to say about that.
All right, let me hear your thoughts on this, J9.
J9 stepped away.
Okay, Miss Diane. What are your thoughts on that? How long should you date somebody before you start letting them pay your bills?
My bills is on auto pay. So
Okay.
if you want to pay for a trip,
Mm.
then that will be fine. But my bills is already taken care of. So if we move together, then we can discuss something like that. But I wouldn't mind you paying for a trip or two. But
Okay, so how long it take to pay for the trip? How long you gonna date before you pay for the trip?
whenever you offer.
Okay. So if he say, hey, look, let's go to a nice little quaint bed and breakfast this weekend, you good?
And how long were we dating?
You said whenever he offer. I just met you last night.
No. You talking about no. So I guess after a few months of dating.
Okay. All right. That's legitimate. What about you, Marlena?
Paying my bills, no. I paid them before I met you, so I can pay them now. But a love gift, whenever we've been into a relationship for a while, you want to start spending some money on me or giving me some money. And like Diane said, go on a trip or something, that's always nice. But I don't want companionship just so you can pay my bills. If you don't live with me, you don't need to pay my bills. But you can do all the other nice things, like Diane said.
Okay. Felicia?
If you want to pay on something, as long as it's from the heart and you feel, and I let you know there's no obligation behind it, feel free. And there's no time limit. But if you think there's an obligation, then I don't want it, period.
So it matters if it comes from the heart, if he paid your cable bill.
If it came from the heart, then that means he's not asking for anything in return. You just want to give it to me. He knows how much my bill is and he want to give it to me. Fine. You want to give it to me? No problem. Just as long as you know there is nothing that you're going to get behind it. I might even offer to pay you back. But no obligation. If you did
They ain't doing it.
They're
not doing it for no obligation. Nobody's gonna pay your bill for no obligation.
I've had some that do it without obligation. I've had a man recently give me the money for my car note. No obligation.
But he wanted something.
Now, Marlene, I am gonna have to disagree with that because you do have those people out there that are just willing to help you without wanting anything behind it.
Because I still talk to the guy every now and then. I haven't seen him since. He asked me, how am I doing? He's even asked me, do I need any assistance on paying my car note again? I said, no, I got it. He said, well, if you ever need me again, just let me know.
Yeah. Like I said, he may not have asked for it. He may not have suggested it, but trust and believe.
Okay, maybe giving somebody help on maybe a cell phone bill or something like a, gas bill or something. But once you start paying car notes, that's moving into a different little realm or something. So maybe throw your little bucks to get your hair done, nails done or something. Car notes and rent and mortgage, that's something else.
Well, I'll say this. When I first moved here, and I moved into my apartment, shit for me was kind of hard. And that person back. It wasn't no obligations behind that.
That was a chess move.
Why somebody just can't help you to help you?
I mean, somebody can help you to
without
help
wanting
you.
without wanting something behind it. I mean, every person is not like that.
No,
I
that,
agree.
This is like okay, if Mario was calling me, Andrea, can you help me out with something? Yeah, I got you. I don't want none of his damn little stuff behind it.
Yeah, you don't know what the hell you might want.
Nah, boy, no.
You don't know what the hell you might want.
But that's just me. If Leon was to call me, ask me, Andrea, can you help me out with something? If I got it, you got it. It ain't no other stipulations behind it.
But see, that's different because
That's different.
Yes, that's different because we all cool
even
like
even
that.
if
Yes,
it
I would
was-
help. I would help any one of y'all. But we talking
even
about
if
people
it
that
is somebody, even if it is somebody that I'm dating, even if it's somebody that I'm dating, if I got it and you need the help, I'm gonna help you if I can. And it don't have to be nothing else attached to it. But that's just the person that I am. I can only speak for myself. And I have had other people. I have had people that I was dating just to help me out. And it wasn't nothing else behind it. So that's why I say I disagree with that.
Okay, let's get Leon in here. Leon, what's your thoughts on this whole thing? You know, how long would you have to date someone before you start letting them pay your bills? Then I got a follow-up question for you.
Oh man. How long would I have to be dating somebody for them to start paying my bills? Man, probably like Miss Diana say, probably be a few months, like 3, 4, maybe 6 months, something like that. Because like I'll be thinking it's something to all this. You want to pay my bills. What's behind all that?
Mm-hmm.
And it don't necessarily have to be something behind it.
Well, I ain't saying like something behind them, like something like, okay, you trying to hold something over me so that you can kind of move this way and that way, and then I won't be able to say nothing about it because you can come back and say, well, I paid this for you, or I did this for you. Why? Like, let's say you wanted to come over and stay a little while or something. Well, I paid this for you. Why I can't come over and stay for a couple of days or a month or so? No, it ain't working like that.
Okay, if we being completely honest, those people that Andrea and Felicia talking about, they do exist, right? I ain't knocking that. There are good, kind-hearted people out here in the world that want to help out just because, right? But the majority of most men, if they paying car notes and mortgages and rents and stuff, I guarantee you at least 95% of those men ain't doing it just out the kindness of the heart. You got that 5% out there. You do. But most men who pay car notes want more than just your blessing.
I've had men pay my car note and they got nothing besides my friendship.
That don't mean they ain't want nothing more than your friendship, though.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't express it.
Chest moving. Chest move.
It don't have to be a chess move.
No. I gave you that. I say there's a 5% a group of guys out there that will do that.
Right.
I think when I was young, I used to hear people call them paymasters.
Sucker ducks.
Yeah, sucker ducks. There you go. You know what I mean?
We call them sucker ducks here. We call them sucker ducks.
That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, it's good, kind-hearted people out there, but like I said, car notes and stuff, that's something else. All right, one more, y'all, before we get up out of here. Why don't men and women ever talk about the good men and women that they lost? we'll tell you quick enough. We'll tell you really quick about the badass relationships we was in, but we won't talk about the good people that we lost. That maybe we did something to lose those people. Why don't we talk about that, Diane?
I will. I did before, even on the show.
You've talked about a good man that potentially he was good, and maybe you did something to lose him, or y'all faded away for whatever reason.
Right. It wasn't something that anybody did. This person was here. I think I said he's a teacher at Grambling. Well, I said at HBCU.
Oh, we know now.
And he was here for the summer, caring, caring for his mom. I was his mom's nurse. I actually went to for an emergency dialysis treatment at the hospital, and that's where I met him. But she also was a patient of mine in the outpatient clinic, and we just kept bumping into each other. So we dated over the summer, but he ended up going back to Grambling, which is New Orleans. And it just kind of faded away. So it wasn't, and we still friends to this day. So nothing bad happened. It just kind of ended, And I also dated a widower, that just after dated for a couple of months, about 5 or 6 months, but he was still going through, the mourning the loss of his wife. And it was just kind of a roller coaster on both parties, especially me. Well, especially both of us, but it didn't end on, bad terms. It just that I don't think he was ready for actually to be dating. We still needed to process everything and get counseling, in order to move forward with whoever he would move forward with. So no.
Yeah. I would imagine that can be hard, especially if you tell yourself that you want to try, but deep down emotionally, you just ain't ready.
Right, deep down, that's still the love of your life, and it's hard to you dating another woman to get all the feelings and emotions that you would have gotten from your wife, but that's who you still in love with, but she's gone. So that was a lot. So it wasn't a bad breakup, but nevertheless, it was still,
Okay.
both good, very, very good guys.
All right. What about you, Felicia? I mean, why don't we talk about the good ones we lost? We quick to tell somebody about a ex that wasn't no good.
Because bad memories are easier to remember than the good ones.
How so? How you figure?
Because the bad memories are lasting, and they have some deep rooted emotions, and more than likely the reason we'll bring up the bad person before the good person is because the good person got away because more than likely we fucked up. The bad person, they fucked up.
Okay, that actually makes really good sense. What about you, Leon? Why we don't talk about the good ones we lost?
The reason that we probably don't talk about the good ones that we lost because the hurt is deeper than the bad ones that you lost. When you got a good person and you lose them because of some dumb shit, that hurt is real deep, it cuts real deep. But when they bad, y'all, then got treated bad or done something bad to you, and you basically like fuck them and fuck that. I could care less. You can easily talk about that, but when that person has been nothing but good to you, or you've been nothing but good to that person, and it's a breakup, and you can't talk about them because, like I say, that hurt. That keep bringing that emotion up of that, that loss. It hurts worse than a bad relationship.
Okay, good answer. What about you, Marlena?
The good one that I lost because of we lost contact. I moved, and then he moved. He went to the military. His mom moved from where they lived. So, I didn't know where she went, so I didn't know how to get back in contact with him. And when I did find him, where he found me and rekindle our friendship, but he was married. So, and he's a good man, and he still is. I'm assuming. I don't know, because I'm not the one that's married to him. But he was a very good friend, and a very nice guy. My husband, my husband was a very nice guy. Y'all hear me say that all the time. He was a very good man. He was just a cheat. He was a good father, and he wasn't a good husband, but he was a good man.
Okay. All right. What about you, Andrea?
Well, for me, I have it was more of a communication thing. The things that should have been said in the initial beginning didn't come out until after I moved to Texas. And I'm like, okay, why are you calling me, telling me all of this now? And so and we had a pretty good relationship, but do I just sit up and talk about it? No, I don't. And I guess so, and that, that was like a hurt for me. And the reason being is because, okay, I could have been doing something totally so different.
Yeah.
And you now you sit back and you wonder, okay, what if this, what if that? But it's too late now, because, okay, you done waited so long to express what you truly felt, when all you had to do was say it from the beginning. Maybe I wouldn't have moved.
Yeah. And that goes back, I agree. Sometimes the reason we don't talk about past good people that we lost or good relationships, because sometimes we don't want to admit sometimes that we the root cause or something. We don't want to admit we fucked up. And sometimes it's hard to look back, because like you just said, that decision would ultimately change the course of your life. You would have went left instead of going right. And you sometimes don't want to think about where you could have been and where you would be right now if you would have made that decision then. So it's better in your mind and for your psyche, it's best to keep it moving and move on mentally instead of keep worrying about what woulda, shoulda, coulda, because that should have drive you insane thinking about what you should have done. You know what I mean? So I think that's why we don't talk about it. And like Lee Jack said, it's easy to talk about the person you don't give a shit about. Oh boy, I could tell you some shit. It's easy to talk about that. So, I mean, I ain't never really thought about it till y'all was thinking about it, but we really don't talk about the good people that we lost, because I mean, I guess there's no one answer for it. I guess we just don't want to deal with what we lost, I guess. So, all right, we'll leave that right there, y'all. We're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna start with Mr. Lee Jack. Let's take us home, Mr. Lee Jack.
It was a great evening with the crew. Missed all y'all. It's been a while. Strangers that we hadn't seen here in a while. Miss you too.
Yep.
Hey, as always, we came on, we did what it did, made it do what it do. So hey, enjoyed y'all.
All right, Miss Keep Your Lane. What you got for us, baby?
Well, I enjoyed everybody. I missed all of y'all too. It's been like a whole month and it just didn't feel like it. But I kept my lane. At least I tried to. And everybody else kept their lane too. And everybody have a good night. Mwah.
All right, Miss Diane. It's been a minute. So what you got for us, baby girl?
As always, it's a pleasure hanging out with the family. I know it's been a while. I haven't seen any. I think I might have seen one podcast or two. But either way, I always come in, get in where I fit in. Because it is what it is.
It is what it is. And you do get in where you fit in. Miss Marlena, catty girl, what's going on with you?
Thank you, viewers, for tuning in. We apologize for our little technical difficulties we're having this evening, but we thank you for your patience and we thank you for your time. We love having you, so please come and join us again. Keep our lady Dianetta in prayers with us. And as always, meow, meow.
All right, yes, keep Mama D in your prayers. Miss Andrea.
Well, thank everyone for joining us on this evening. We do still have our email addresses at atotalview22@gmail.com. Also, check out our website. It is Mario. What is it?
TotalView.com.
TotalView22.
Yes, 22.
Mine went blank. Mine totally went blank right there. But as always, it's always lovely to check in with the family, see what's going on and how everyone's doing.
Yes. All right, we're gonna leave it right there. Like Marlena said, we're gonna put prayers up for our sister Diana to get well soon, and she'll be back telling me she gonna whoop my ass soon. So y'all stay tuned for that. Good night, people.
Good night. Meow.